Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. I know you guys have probably heard that Michelle Williams and Chad Johnson call off their engagement, but I'm going to give you a little my take on it after I read the article for you. It's over. Michelle Williams and fiance Chad Johnson have split and ended their engagement. The singer announced via social media on Friday, December 7th. I still remain fearless. I guess I still remain single. Things didn't work out, Williams, 38, wrote on her Instagram story. The healing that needs to take place is a must. I don't want to destroy any relationship. Blessings to him, his family, and ministry. #fearless. The former Destiny Child's member met the pastor, 41, when she attended one of his retreats in Arizona in March 2017. The pair went public with their relationship 4 months later, and Johnson popped the question about a year after their first meeting. That time I got engaged March 21st, the fearless crooner tweeted in April. The timing couldn't have been more perfect, she told US Weekly exclusively in May. I'll never forget the day he proposed. We were in Pebble Beach, California, one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen, surrounded by a few friends. He presented me a video of him flying to my hometown of Rockford, Illinois, and going on a proposal tour. He went to a few of my family members that are really, really dear to me, and of course my parents. I'm a traditional girl, so if he didn't ask my parents first, I probably would have said no. After the video ended, he was on one knee and he asked me to marry him. I was wailing, I will, I will, I will. While the news of their separation comes as a surprise, the musician recently revealed that she plans to spend the holiday alone. I'll be in New York all by my lonesome self, she told US in November of her holiday plans. The singer, meanwhile, couldn't help but gush about Johnson. I love his heart. I love everything that he stands for, everything that he represents, she added. I love how he loves me and the respect and honor he has for me and my family. That's important to me. Okay, first thing, it really doesn't surprise me that relationship is over, because one way you can end a relationship with the quickness is get a reality show. Things are said for TV, but I honestly feel that things are also said from the heart that you really want to say, but you're trying to put out information for the reality show. But in reality, is what's in your heart. Like the time that they got in an argument, and he asks her, "Did you take your medication?" Now, see, I see something wrong with that, because that lets me know that that's going to be your relationship. Anytime he doesn't like what you say, anything that he doesn't like what you do, it's going to be a matter of, did you take your medication today? Also, when she went, and I watched that reality show, and it was some moments that were very uneasy for me as far as how, things were working out for her. And that's his family, his sister, and his dad. It seemed like later, it seemed like they warmed up to each other, but to me, that was a farce. I think that was just for TV, and I think that they tried to look like they warmed up more to her so they wouldn't look like the booty holes. The father had said something to the fact, and I'm just paraphrasing, she said something to the fact of being in the family now, of being a part of the family. And he quickly said, something to the fact that, you're not there yet. And I'm paraphrasing. I can't remember exactly, but when he said that, that let me know, girlfriend, he don't want you in that family. He does not want you in that family, and that sister don't want you in the family because Chad had been helping her with her kids because of her circumstances, and she wanted Chad to continue to be the help that she wanted, and maybe she did need it. But after Michelle and him would have gotten married, he wouldn't be being a husband, he wouldn't be able to offer that help he used to. So that's what I saw. I just saw that the two of them didn't want it. I think they showed some hints of racism. To be honest with you, now I could be wrong, and it won't be the first time I've ever been wrong. But usually, I can spot things like that. And in my opinion, is they got some racism up in there somewhere. The sister and the daddy. Chad, I think his background, his as far as who he hung around with, his friends, and what he enjoyed. I think his background is a little bit more diverse than what his father and his sister is. What their background, who people they had in their circle. I think Chad's circle was a little bit more open minded. Whether he's a racist or not. That just because he was going to marry her does not mean he was not. And I'm sick of people saying, well, he was going to marry her, or, a white guy to a black guy. Well, that means they're not racist. No, that does not mean that. And I had a video on that, and, stop saying that is the name of the video. So you want to go back and hear my views on that, watch the video, stop saying that. But anyway, I think that because he of the diverse background that he had, maybe his heart was warming up a little bit more to having a black spouse. But then when the interaction of Michelle, maybe I think in one particular case that he felt like he was, he said it. He was a caretaker to his dad, and felt like he had to watch him, and that's paraphrasing. And I think, and it came out on the show that now Michelle is feeling like, okay, you're not my caretaker. Are you feeling like, because we're, I went to get help, for my mental illness. And because of that, now you feel like you have to watch me and see where I am at all times of day, and, just be a caretaker. No, I don't want you to be my caretaker. So anyway, that's my spiel on it. I think that, she made the right decision or whoever made the decision, but it's looking like she made the decision, to end the engagement. And I agree with her on that. I think she made a sound decision. I think she looked at the pros and the cons, and there were more cons than it was pros. And and looking at the situation on the reality show, and then just certain things she said and whatever, I think it's a good idea that she ended it, because at one particular time, she did say that she was wondering whether she was enough for him. Paraphrasing again, whether she was enough. Now, you have traveled the world. You love God. You are talented. You're taking photo shoots. You have roles in plays and movies, and you're not enough for him. Get some self-esteem, Michael. Michael, I'm sorry, that was a slip of the tongue. I'm sorry, I did not mean that. That was a slip of the tongue. Michelle, get some self-esteem because you are more than enough, Michelle. You are more than enough. In fact, is he enough for you? That's the question I want to ask. But anyway, I'm going to end this now. And if you have not subscribed, do that now. Thank you very much, new subscribers. Thank you very much, all my subscribers. And hit that notification bell if you haven't. I thank you for joining me. And everyone have a lovely evening. Good night.